Hey everyone, I'm Zakar, and today we're going to be going over a brand new build of mine. This one I find to be so much fun. Is it meta? No, but does it hit hard? Yes, and I love it, and it's just a blast to play. So I'm not going to waste your time any further. Let's just get started with it. We're going to be a Khajiit Nightblade at base. Doesn't really matter what base class you are. I just like Khajiit on here, and my Nightblade was already Khajiit, so I was like, you know what? Let's just do that. So it doesn't really matter what race you are. You could be Dark Elf, you could be Orc, you could be whatever. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. I just like Khajiit personally. And then also for our attributes, we're going to have 13 points into magic, 19 points into health, and then 32 points into stamina to give us a max magic pool of 17.8k, a max health pool of 33.5k, and a max stam pool of 21.2k. I think that the health pool is actually a little bit lower than normal. I'm just in serial recording right now, so I think I have amp bonus right here. I'm pretty sure. So I think it's like 31k usually. So I don't want to like give you guys false information, to be honest. Also for our food, we're going to be using Jewels of Misrule, which is going to be this. It's going to increase our stamina and magic recovery by 357. It's also going to increase our max health as well. And then also we're using tripods because tripods are just so free and easy to use, and they're just so good for your overall recovery. So moving on, let's look at our Mundus as well. We also have Serpent Mundus. I have a little bit of a hard time sustaining on this build every once in a while, so I like Serpent Mundus for that. If you find that your sustain is more than fine, go ahead, use something like Shadow Mundus to hit harder or something like that. I just like Serpent for the overall survivability of it. Our back bar is going to be Daedric Trickery. I know, we're bringing it back, baby, we're bringing it back. So I'm gonna talk about the entire build and why I'm doing this in a second. But I'll get to that in a second. So we're using Daedric Trickery as our back bar set, medium helmet in impenetrable. What Daedric Trickery does, for those of you guys that don't know, is it gives you max health, max stamina, and max magic. Also, when you're on your back bar, when we deal damage, you gain one of 5 random major buffs for 21 seconds, and that can occur every 9 seconds. So you have those buffs. Those buffs do overlap for a little bit. The eligible buffs are Expedition, Protection, Mending, Heroism, or Vitality. So what we're after is that major heroism, because we've got major heroism in Daedric Trickery, and then if you look, we're also running Shulks. We're going to be running a heavy Shulks chest piece in Reinforced. Shulks is on our body at all times, and so what Shulks does is it gives us max health, weapon and spell damage, crit chance, another line of weapon and spell damage, and then you gain minor heroism at all times while you're in combat, generating one ultimate every 1.5 seconds. So basically, we've got Corrosive on this build, and so when Corrosive ends, our ultimate is just shooting up whenever we have that major minor heroism going. And so we just have that Corrosive going so often, so our ultimate is just happening so quickly. And that's why I really like it, because we're just kind of living in Corrosive, more or less. If you're not in Corrosive, you're kind of just playing a little bit on the more defensive side. That being said, the build does hit very hard even outside of Corrosive, because if you look, our critical percentage is at 45%. So we're hitting extremely hard. So I love it. It's just one of those builds that I find to be extremely fun, and it's just something that I just enjoy, and that's what I wanted to put out there today. Also, I didn't go over this, but we're using One Piece Magma Incarnate Shoulders, medium impenetrable. The reason why we're doing that is because the One Piece gives us a line of magic and stam recovery, and I feel like when you're using a monster set like this, getting 2 pieces of recovery, one for magic, one for stam, it's just the best bang for your buck, in my opinion. So that's why we're doing that. And then we also have Daedric Trickery Hands in Impen, Daedric Trickery Waist in Light, Shulk's Legs in Reinforced, and also Shulk's Feet in Impenetrable. Moving on, we're also using Monomyth as our Mythic, because Monomyth is phenomenal. You guys already know. If you guys have watched my videos in the past, you guys know that I love Monomyth. It's the best Mythic in the game right now, in my opinion, and it's just so unbelievably good. For those of you guys that don't know, it is protected, by the way, in the weapon and spell damage enchantment on it. For those of you guys that don't know, you get on your primary weapon, so on your front bar, you get Major Force and Minor Berserk. So you get a ton of damage. Then you also have minor vulnerability on you, but I would take that trade any day of the week. On your back bar, you get major protection and minor vitality. But you also have minor timidity, which does drain ultimate, but again, you don't really even notice it with both Shulks and the trickery going at the same time. I'm so bad with words sometimes. I'm so sorry. My words just don't really work properly. I don't know. But anyway, Monomyth with that major force on the front bar, phenomenal. I love it so much. We're also using, as our other two pieces of jewelry, we're using Shulk's ring and Shulk's necklace. Both are going to be protective with a weapon and spell damage enchantment each. And then on our front bar, I'm using Black Rose Perfected Daggers. Our main hand is going to be Nirnhoned with a physical damage enchantment on it. Our offhand is going to be infused with a physical damage enchantment on it as well. So, I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, Cigar, why are you running daggers on this? And I'm going to be honest. I don't have perfected axes. And I don't need perfected maces on here. I don't need perfected swords on here. And I already had perfected daggers from my PvE build. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to run this. And you know what? I'm happy with it. I have so much crit percentage and I'm hitting so hard. I love it. It's so good in BGs. And I genuinely like this build a lot. It's so much fun. Back bar is going to be Ice Staff, Danger Trickery, defending with increased weapon and spell damage enchantment on it. And then moving on, let's look at our skills next. Our main spammable is going to be Surprise Attack. So it's going to be from the Nightblade Assassination skill line. You're going to be doing 8,200 physical damage and applying the Thunder status effect, which is an insane amount of damage. And then also if you strike an enemy from their flank, you'll be setting them off balance, which can stun them. And then that is also going to be guaranteed to be a critical strike once every 3 seconds, which is amazing sources of damage. Also, I've got Shattering Rocks on here, which is crazy damage because what happens is this is a stun that cannot be blocked or dodged. I'm so bad with turning that off today. I apologize. So that cannot be blocked, dodged, nothing. So they get CC'd regardless whenever they're not CC immune. So it is great because what I do a lot of the time is I hit them with a bow proc. I hit them with Shattering Rocks, and then I hit them with another bow proc, and they do be getting hit hard, and they do be getting destroyed, and I love it. It's a great CC. Also, I've got Quick Cloak on here. Quick Cloak is activating our Black Rose Dual Wield, which I forgot to actually go over Black Rose Dual Wield. Black Rose Dual Wield is activating Blade Cloak, which is Quick Cloak right here. Activating that while in combat gains you access to Spectral Cloak. Whenever Blade Cloak deals damage, you're going to have Spectral Cloak for 2 seconds, which reduces your damage taken, but also increases your damage done by 6%. So that's huge. Like getting our overall our overall damage increased by 6%. I'll take that any day of the week. That's phenomenal. When we're brawling like that, that's phenomenal. Also, we have Ball of Lightning on here. I don't need Streak on here, so I'm using Ball of Lightning, which is a lot of defense because you're going to be streaking forward. And then what happens is Ball of Lightning is summoned at your endpoint, which intercepts up to 1 projectile attack made against you every 1 second for 3 seconds. So it really absorbs a lot of damage, and that's why I'm using Ball of Lightning over Streak on this one. And then we have Merciless Resolve, which is the most overpowered ability in the game. You can never convince me otherwise. What it does is they buffed it recently for PvP, so now you have Major Prophecy Savagery on both bars now, which is phenomenal. Extra source of critical percentage, great. And then your light and heavy attacks are going to now generate a stack from Merciless Resolve up to 10 times. And then those are at 5 stacks each, so when you're at 10, you've got 2 full stacks. It's great. And then it's going to have 15.5 magic damage, and you heal for 61% of the damage dealt if you're within melee range. And guys, that's 15.5k, and I'm not even buffed up yet. Like, it's crazy. Imagine how hard this hits if it crits, I'm buffed up, and I'm in corrosive. Guys, I'm pretty sure you see where we're going with this build. And then we also have Dawnbreaker of Smiting. Dawnbreaker, look, it's one of the best ultimates in the game. I don't really use it that often on this build. I just wanted it on my front bar so that I can get a little bit higher weapon and spell damage. Back bar, we're using Critical Surge, which I really love on this build because what it does is it gives you a source of Major Brutality and Sorcery for 33 seconds. And then on top of that, dealing critical damage is going to heal you for 4,000 health every 1 second. So that's great extra sustain. Like, you're healing so much because of that. And then Hurricane, this is going to be your source of Major Resolve, increasing your physical and spell resistance by 6,000. Also gives you Minor Expedition, so increases your movement speed by 15%. Also, you're going to be doing a little bit of an AoE damage around you every 2 seconds, which, again, it's not the most amount of damage, but when you're brawling and you have stuff like Corrosive up and you're wanting to crit because of a Crit Surge, that's a great way to keep your damage up, to keep your healing up, because that can crit and that will proc Crit Surge. It's great. I love it. Resolving Vigor, this is a nice 5-second heal over time that will also give you Minor Resolve, so it's going to give you increased physical and spell resistance by 3,000. Healing Soul, this is going to be our scribing heal. What it does is it gives you a burst heal, gives you a little bit of health over 10 seconds, and then also gives you major vitality for 10 seconds, increasing your healing received by 12%. So great, you hit this, and then the rest of your heals are going to be a lot stronger as well. So I love it. And then also we have Cinderstorm on here. Cinderstorm is one of those playstyles that I'm going to be honest, I've never been a fan of. But on this build, I was a little squishy without it, and I needed that extra little bit of healing. So combining Cinderstorm with Resolving Vigor is a great way to just make sure that you are just never dying. It is great sources of healing. What it does is for 18 seconds, you're just going to have a little AoE on the ground. And if you stand on that, you're going to be healed for 2,400 health every 1 second. So if you combine that Cinderstorm with Resolving Vigor, that's so much heals over time on you right there that you're most likely not going to die if you're like in a 1v1 situation or something like that. It's great. And then we have Corrosive, which is, in my opinion, still one of the best ultimates in the game. It's a little bit lackluster now compared to what it used to be, now that you don't get ultimate while inside of it. So what it does is, while active, this ability and your direct damage attacks ignore physical and spell resistance by... Oh, I just got deposed as Emperor. As you can see, sorry, we just got deposed in this. So you can see that I've got 31 HP now, 31k. See, I told you guys, I didn't want to lie to you. Where were we? Corrosive, you're going to be ignoring your enemy's physical and spell resistance. So all their resistances that they've stacked up doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter at all. So you're going right through all the resistances, and then if you're critting on top of it, bro, I'm telling you, you're just chunking people's health bars. I love it. As far as our champion points go, our blue slottables are going to be Fighting Finesse, Mastered Arms, Untamed Aggression, and Ironclad. Our red tree is Survival Instincts, Rejuvenation, Pain's Refuge, and Fortified. And then our green tree, what we really care about, because there are certain ones that we do care about. We care about Breakfall, very important. That's our most important one. Rationer, Liquid Efficiency, and if you're still leveling up skill lines, a Discipline Artisan is very important too, because that's going to give you an extra 15% buff to bonus to experience gained for currently active skills in their skill line. So that's very important. That's very, 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 very important. And that is the entire build. I have a hard time showing you guys the exact combo on this one because I wouldn't really work on a dummy, because I don't think Fossilize works on dummies. But basically, what you want to do is you want to make sure all of your buffs are up at all times. Like make sure all of your buffs are up. Like that's like number one. That's always most important, right? But then when I'm in combat, always make sure that your quick cloak is up, because quick cloak is a 30-second duration, so it's a long time, and that's also going to be increasing your damage done by 6%. Also, it's going to increase your damage mitigated as well. So you're going to be a lot more tanky with that too, because you're also not only because of the Black Rose Prison, but because of the way the skill works, you're also getting major evasion too. So that's great extra sources of tankiness. Like, it's phenomenal. So like I said, make sure your buffs are up, make sure all of your buffs are up. Like, do not ever play without them. And then what I do a lot of times, I light attack a lot of time, and then I just weave surprise attacks in, which is our X ability, surprise attack. So I just weave that a lot. Light attack, light attack, light attack. So light attack, surprise attack, light attack, surprise attack, light attack, surprise attack. And then up until I get to about 10 stacks of Merciless Resolve. Then what I do is I hit Corrosive. I go back to my front bar. I hit a bow proc once. So I hit Merciless Resolve once. Then I hit Fossilize again. And then I hit him with another bow proc into light attack, surprise attack. And I'm telling you guys, that alone is such a high source of damage that most players in this game cannot handle it. So what I want to do today is I want to show you guys a BG with it, and this BG is the same kind of BG. I'm going to record this right after I'm done here, because so this is not going to be staged or anything. I just want to show you guys how well this build performs. So I love it. This BG is also going to go on my second YouTube channel, my BG's channel, so that link will be in the description as well if you want to watch any other kind of BG's videos. I would really appreciate that. So let's get on with the BG videos, and I will see you on the next video. Later. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and grab theirs. I tried to grab that. I don't know why it didn't grab, but it didn't. Okay, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Well, I tried to get the one, but it didn't work. Unfortunate. Like, look at how hard that dude just gets hit real quick. Wow. This is the dude with damages right there, and I'm just trying to waste the time right there. And I can't get my heals. Okay. Wow. Wow. This dude's just hitting the... This man's just hitting the... Hey, oi. Hey, not bad, not bad. He was hitting the Colossus ult for no reason, like, brother. All right. The damage is nice. I've almost got my corrosive too, so I'm just gonna get a bunch of light attacks off right now. I'm getting hit by in the back by a sniper. No! No! I had that dude if they didn't interrupt me. I had that guy. I had it. I mean, I'm going way over my head right there. I should not have dropped. That's my fault. I should not have dropped. That is so unfortunate. Okay, we're 3-1 right now. We could be doing better. I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I want to do a little bit better. I felt like I would have been 4-1 if I didn't get CC'd, but look, life happens. I want to go... Oh, wow. Did I get that one? Hello? There we go. Got one. I want to get this guy. Bro, why does this guy have a bodyguard on him at all times? Like, can you just back up? Can you just let me get the one guy? Oh, wow. Okay, I looked over and they're all dead. Okay. Do I not have... Is that a bash build? Get away from me, you freak. Gotta love bash builds. I see somebody over there. I'm gonna go over there. Maybe I can fight people over here. Hey, guys. All right, I think we're good. That's what I'm talking about hitting the bow proc before. Wow. No! That's another one of the bad parts about it is I don't have any sources to bring them out of... To bring them out of stealth, which is really... I see another damage, or an ultimate sigil. I'll take that. I'll take it. I want to see what the sigil is down below. Imagine it's a damage one, or it's probably already taken already. Hey! Hey! I don't need to use my... That hits me? Hello? Alright, that guy doesn't want a PvP. Alright, PvP is scary, guys. He didn't want a PvP. Alright. Alright, 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 alright. So where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? I guess to over here. I just want to find people to fight, man. Alright. I'm trying to get that guy. Do I stun him? I'm trying to stun him, but it didn't work. But hey, that's fine. That's not bad. That's not bad. Oh, it's doing a lot better now. Did I get that? I don't think I got the credit for either of those two. That's not fair. That's not fair. I didn't get the credit for that one either. Bro, can I get credit for something? Please? I'm only 7-1. Alright, that dude is a tank build. This is a tough position for me to be in right here. That's one down. I didn't have my corrosive up either. My streak didn't go off. Streak! There we go. I was about to say. My streak just was not activating. Oh wow, I didn't even mean to stun him there, but it did. Oh, I feel bad for this one. All right. Not bad. No! Wait. Wait. Okay. I hit abilities on him like 3 times and didn't work. All right. Okay. I feel like like we're doing pretty well. I wish I could have gotten credit for more of the elims, but that's okay. That's okay. We're doing great. (13-1), guys. I told you the build's fun. It's fun. Let's do one more match real quick. I think it's fun. All right, let's get one more match in real quick. I wasn't even looking at what sigils are out. Okay, there's an ultimate. There's a no. I'm sorry. There's a speed and there is defense over there. Right there's speed. A little bit indecisive right there. You know what? Okay, cool. I got both the middle ones, which is good. I'm gonna put down all my defensive buffs right there, and I'm gonna go in with corrosive. Why not? I'm a little bit. Oh wow, that one dude just got. I was hoping that. I almost had him, but I didn't quite get him. It was close though. I feel like if I just keep my buffs up, I'm good. Not bad. One down. Wow, that did not do anything. Oh, I think. Oh. Okay, we're good. Let me get that purify off, honestly. Thank you. All right, good start. All right, that dude's just lost. Let me get a free one. Yeah, dude. I wanted the free one. I've got another. So I've got a corrosive ready. I'm just making sure I have enough bow procs to go forward. That way I can just like, oh, that was a good roll dodge. I need to make sure my buffs are up first, and then I'm gonna go after this. All right. I wish that I was able to get this guy a little bit more. I wasn't. That's unfortunate. I didn't have one of my buffs up. That's my fault. That's completely my fault. I would have been able to have the one guy. I was hoping that they would chase a little bit. Nice. The one guy got. Okay. Okay. Not really doing too much right there, but it's not bad. I want to get a few light attacks off there. That way I can potentially get some ult charge. Just nice. I didn't get credit for that. That's crazy. Dude. All right, there's a player right there. Hi. All right. Okay. All right. The entire team's coming together right here in the middle. All right. You'll love to see it. That's unfortunate for this guy. I'm just gonna. All right. That's unfortunate for that guy. Sigils are gonna be popping up in about 15 seconds, so I don't really want to. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna commit to this. I don't care. This video is about the build itself, not really about the sigils. So. Ooh, good roll dodge. I was expecting to go forward. Nice, good roll dodge, honestly. I've got a defensive sigil in the middle of this, so that's good. That's good. I'm really mad that they all just got CC there. I'm going to use my corrosive and just see what I can do. That's one down. That's two down. I'm trying to get this guy in this sork. I said this guy in the sork. Like he's wearing a sork. What am I talking about? All right, not bad. Not the best, but not the worst. I felt like I could be doing a little bit better, but look, I'm happy with how it's going. Hey guys, what's up? That dude is gone. He kind of just disappears a lot. Hey man. I was about to add another elim to the count. Unfortunate. All right, guys. Well, that's the build. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Cool. very one-sided match. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, all that stuff. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next video. Later.